Hey y'all! So I don't know if you noticed, but I definitely got a new camera. Before now I've kind of been using my webcam on my laptop and it wasn't very good quality, and I decided that I actually bought a flipcam before I came here and I haven't been using it, and I decided I need to start using it because you guys deserve better quality videos. So today's mostly just to announce that, but I also want to briefly talk about the typhoon that we just had. Today is Wednesday, and the typhoon was yesterday. And when I first heard that we were having a typhoon, I was like, oh, a typhoon, what is that? And I looked it up, and it's basically a hurricane. In fact, it's pretty much the exact same thing. Apparently the only difference is where geographically on the world it starts. And they also say that because it's in warmer waters over here, the typhoons can get sometimes worse than hurricanes. But coming from Louisiana, having been there for Hurricane Katrina, I've seen some really nasty storms. I was honestly not that worried. And now that the storm has passed, I really shouldn't have been. I wasn't, but I'm happy to say that I didn't have to be worried. I know that there were a couple deaths of fishermen out on the coastline, and for those families, my sympathies go out to them. But as far as storms go, this was really a very mild typhoon, hurricane, basically. In fact, let's compare hurricanes to typhoons. So in a hurricane, usually in Louisiana, we at least lose our power for a few minutes, which is a nuisance at most, but sometimes, for example, in the case of Hurricane Katrina, we lost it for a couple of weeks. And it can be a real pain in the butt. Here, the worst that I had to do was, well, nothing, because I had power the entire time. So I wasn't even bored. I just sat inside all day and Facebooked and watched movies because we didn't have school, which actually was a good choice, I think, on the school's part. I teach elementary students. I wouldn't have wanted to send them out if I was a mother into the torrential downpour and sideways rain that was going on out there. I know that as far as damage is concerned, I've seen a lot of leaves on the ground, but I've only seen one damaged sign, so it wasn't really that bad. But yeah, comparing the two, I would say this was a very mild typhoon. So if anybody that's worried about it, wasn't a big deal. All the stores were still open. I even actually went on a walk yesterday afternoon because the typhoon had died down so much. It was just really windy with a mild drizzle. So I actually managed to go on a walk. And today, as usual, I hate to say this, but the weather after a hurricane is always some of the best weather that you'll ever see. That day after a hurricane is always the most beautiful weather. And it seems that typhoons, since they're pretty much the same thing, are also pretty much the same. The weather today has been absolutely gorgeous. Really nice cold breeze. It's been really quite pleasant, actually. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hung out and played all day yesterday. So for those of you who are worried about the typhoon, don't be. For my family who's in Louisiana right now, I know you guys are battling your own hurricane, so my thoughts go to you and my friends as well. But I'm sure that you guys are a rough and tumble group, having grown up with that. You just crank out your generators, and I know you guys will be fine. So that's it for now. I will see you guys later.